Whoops. No. How are you guys signing on? Oh, you might want to close the door or mute it so you don't have to hear me in double time. Hi, Kara. Hi, Holy Cowgirl, Paranormal. Hi, Denise. Thank you guys for signing on. We're going to do some readings tonight. Oh, shit. Where is that? I'll be right back. One sec. Okay, I've returned. Hello. Hi, everybody signing on. Thank you for signing on and watching me yap away for however long I'm going to be on here. Probably about an hour. So I'm going to do some readings. And why, yes, it is a giant bottle of water. Hello to everybody signing on. Daniela, I know who you are. Some of you guys I recognize. Lori. God, some of you guys have been around for a long time. I love that. Thank you for being around me for so long. We're going to do some readings tonight. I think I'm going to go outside the box a little, and I'm going to do some psychic stuff too, because why not? I do psychic readings and talk to dead people all the time, so might as well do both. Oh, and there is now a change of glasses, because that way I can see. This is the extra glasses that I had today, so you got to see me in my big pink glasses. Hi, Brandy. I know you. And Daniela. And so some of you guys, I know you, or I remember you, because I've been doing this like 20 years now. So people that I knew before 2020, when everything just kind of got really busy, when Chris started doing the reviews for me, I remember them. But the more time that's gone by, the less I remember things. Hi, Sherry. And so, hi, Rita. Oh, I know Rita. Hi, Rita. Oh, you guys, I know lots of people sign on here. I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So before we start doing readings in my giant pink glasses, I wanted to let you guys know like some of the stuff I have coming up. Hi, and Kelly, I recognize your last name because she's been around for a while. So I appreciate, I've been doing this like 21 years. So it's nice to, see you guys still, we can still see each other kind of on here. So I'm just going to tell you what I got coming up, and then we'll do some psychic stuff. For any of you guys who like know tarot or want to know, well, it's not a class, it's a development group. So every time you like learn a different skill. But gosh, you guys, I have a problem with my glasses. I'm not sure I like the pink ones. I like them just fine when I'm at home reading a book, but I don't know about looking at myself. Feels weird. So anyway, all right. So for any of you guys who know tarot or have taken a class, you could take a class with me. You could have taken a class anywhere. You could have been like reading a tarot book and like trying to understand like how does it work. I have a meetup group that is going to meet on Saturday night at 5. I think, isn't that the 22nd? Yeah, not tomorrow, next night at 5 here at my office. It's about like hour and a half, couple hours, just depends. Usually about an hour and a half, and we could work on. You can bring your own tarot deck. I also have a shit ton of tarot decks, but you can bring your own tarot deck, and then I teach like a skill. So I'm not teaching the deck. So if you have your book or whatever and you want to bring it with you, that's absolutely fine. I will have like tarot classes coming up again later, but for the time being, if you want to participate in the group, it starts at 5. It's $25. It's Saturday night, and it's at my office. And I think we're probably also going to add like a way to do it where it can be a hybrid. So it will kind of give you the opportunity to practice with people, which is really helpful. Hi, you guys. Give me reading my mom, and I'm really hoping that somebody comes through for us. Oh, that's tell your mom thank you for coming to see me, and then we'll just kind of like figure it out. I don't know who's going to come, so I hope somebody comes through for all of you. But you know, there's only so many readings I can do. I did work all day today, and if you guys didn't know, I always am working doing readings and stuff. And so if any of you guys want to participate in that, you can just get on my website and get that. Oh, and tonight we also have a different moderator than Stephanie. We have Toby, who is now also helping with Stephanie, helping me. And I like to call her Toby motherfucking Jenkins. And so she's helping to help me organize some of this stuff as well. And she'll be posting like links to my website, links to my link tree, stuff like that. So anyway, so the tarot development is happening on Saturday night at 5 to 7. And then on Wednesday, this coming week, I'm doing a class on it's my Spirit Essentials class. Anybody can come to it online, in person. And it's about supporting an intuitive child or young adult, or supporting like even your grandkids, your great grandkids, whatever, just so that their connection to the spirit world that they have when they're young stays with them. Because I'm sure plenty of you have had or did have experiences and stuff when you were younger. And then as you got older, you know, people tell you you're crazy, or that isn't true, or they disagree with you. And then slowly it starts to kind of fall away. So it's a class on how to support young people so that they can stay connected to spirit. And for certain ages, like if you feel like they're old enough, they are absolutely welcome to come with you as well. But it's at my office. And for any of you guys that have been in my office, it's all like, here, actually, I can show you my office. Here, look, we'll see. Here we go. So this is where I do like groups and stuff. And so hopefully you guys have a good view of everything. So it's a pretty big space. So it's not the place where I do readings. It's a place where I do classes and events and stuff like that. So if any of you guys were ever curious, like, oh my God, what did it look like? It looks like a bunch of purple chairs all stacked together. And so just so you know, that's happening. And so, oops, here we go. So if you are interested in that class is also $25, and you can sign up online. So then we also have, and then this, which is on Thursday night, I think. It's on the 29th. It is called a procrastination party. So if you want to come to that, we're going to do like some crafts and stuff for a couple of hours. You're welcome to ask me questions. We're going to talk. We're going to connect, all that kind of good stuff. But I don't always have the opportunity to connect with people outside of this. And also, like, people want to come to me for readings, so I don't want to know a bunch of stuff about people's lives. So it makes it hard for me to be able to be friendly as I feel with all the people that come in, because I love all of you guys. It's just that I want to be able to be as kind of empty-headed about your life as possible so that I can connect with your loved ones and stuff. So I just want to say that. But this, I put off doing all these crafts, right? Like, I have a huge bucket of them in the other room of like diamond art and all these other little painting things and stuff I was going to do, but I never did. So if any of you want to, you are welcome to come to that. I think Steph put the tickets online. We have crafts if you don't have them. We have lots of extra supplies. If you want to make a vision board, if you want to do a different craft or whatever, I'm pretty sure I have every single supply here. But if you want to bring your own craft, that is also fine. So hi to all you guys signing on. And thank you guys. Thanks for signing on. And so so those are some of the things I have coming up. So if you're interested, those are available this month. I have cool shit coming up in September, but Stephanie hasn't given me the handout yet. So I don't exactly know, but Toby is posting the link on there, so that if you guys want to participate in any of the stuff I'm talking about, you're absolutely welcome to. Everybody is welcome. And the Soul Social business that I have, I'm just trying to like grow that in a sense of like creating community, because I think we're just living in a world where people are really detached from other people, because it's like some of the things you see online, some of the things people say, like you don't say that to people's face or you get your teeth knocked out. So I would much rather have like a welcoming community in my office. You guys saw the chairs and space I got. So I would much rather have people connecting in community and kind of like sharing love and kindness and all the good things without judgment. So, anything as we go along, I am gonna, sorry you guys, I'm doing this because I didn't like the way my pink glasses look. But I'm doing this, and I think I'm gonna start with some wait, it keeps happening. Jenny, I think you got a spirit in your house. But I mean, it's not a scary spirit. And actually, you guys, just so you know, I've been doing this a long time, and I don't really believe in ghosts. I think all the spirits that die, no matter how they die, no matter how they live, they're fine. We're the problem. So our energy is left in spaces, and like the haunted ghost shows, like there's an imprint of like a scream left in an insane asylum, and then they go in there and then they hear the scream on their EVP and they're like, oh, it's a ghost. Well, it's not. It's just a leftover imprint of something that happened in that space. So just so you guys know that. Hi to you guys signing on. And Ginny, I do not know. It's probably a family member. We'll see. My office is still on South Wadsworth. It is over. I've moved like a lot. Like I've moved 3 times since 2015, 14, 13. I don't know. I have only moved like from the building up at like Wadsworth and Jewel. Now I'm in a building by Wadsworth and Yale, and I was in a smaller office, and then I moved to a bigger office. So now I just have like an event space and an office and a house blessing business and stuff like that. So hi to all you guys signing on. I appreciate every one of you. So I thought I'd try something a little bit different tonight. So I was going to do readings, but I'm going to do them in a different way, because your loved ones and stuff, I'm going to connect with them. I am going to do some readings with loved ones. So no worries there. I will get to that. But before that, I thought we could maybe like go down a little bit of a psychic path, because of course I do psychic readings too, because most people, they'll come to me to talk to a loved one, and then they're like, oh wait, you do psychic stuff too? And I'm like, yes. It's all soul to soul communication. So I am just gonna kind of start off with some psychic stuff and then move on from there. And thank you for your compliments about my office. I always tell people that if I could show them how my insides were decorated, it would be this office and all the different spaces that I have here, because I absolutely love it. All right, so we're going to do this a little differently and see how we move along here with this. But I thought I'd just start from a different angle tonight and just trust the process, I guess. As I go along, I'm just going to say some stuff. It may resonate with more than one of you, but that's okay. I think that's kind of the purpose, right? Like that I can get to as many people as I can. One of the things that like seems to be like showing up for me, and I don't know why these things show up. I'm just trusting the process. But I feel like there's probably not a lot, but a few people watching that might have some issues with like a partner where maybe they're worried that their partner isn't honest, or that they're not telling them something. And maybe that's true, but maybe also there's like some healing that hasn't happened yet. So like maybe you've been in other relationships where someone lies or cheats or something like that. And so, hold on, wait, I can't see any comments. Oh, just so you know, there's YouTube and Facebook. We're streaming on both. So the way I'm seeing the comments through StreamYard is I'm seeing both, but on whatever platform you're on, the comments, I'm not exactly sure how they show up, but they're showing up for me. So that's good. So anyway, I feel like someone is like having issues with like a partner, feeling like they have a partner that may not like be honest or might not be who they say they are, and maybe it's like an online person, or maybe you're dating, or maybe you're actually just with someone and you get bad vibes. So there's a couple of things that I would bring up about this, and hopefully it helps whoever it needs to help, because I don't need you to put all your stuff on here. Like I don't want someone like reaching out to you saying they're from me, or from someone connected to me saying, oh, you need a reading or something like that. So as we go along, just keep the information that you post minimal, because it takes me a minute to see it anyway. So just kind of keep it minimal. But this is what I would say, is that some more than one of you probably, but there's this thing about like when we heal and when we've had like a relationship that's kind of shitty, or someone lies to us a lot, and then maybe you have several experiences like that and you go into relationships and you're always worried about kind of like the same thing, and maybe you even see like a repeat of the same thing. Like it's like, why does this keep happening to me? What does that mean? And so a long time ago, I would say I definitely had that problem. Even though I was doing readings and stuff for people, I just wasn't always trusting myself. And so I stuck with people where I had a bad feeling, but they were telling me otherwise. And I just thought, oh, well, I can't trust myself, because it's like, they're like, oh, you should trust me. Why are you just making this up? Why are you just saying this? But I wasn't really making anything up. I mean, that's what it was. I was right. It always turned out I was right. And so it took me a while to heal from that. And so in the process of healing from that, I've had to like go back to my inner me of that time and just kind of give her love and support, and realize that usually I knew what was going on, even though maybe I was being told something different. So the reason I'm telling you guys this is that, one, you should always trust your intuition. But intuition is not loud. It's not bossy. It's not telling you, oh my God, don't do this. It doesn't give you a sick feeling in your stomach. It's quiet. It's subtle. It's like background noise that you hear. And it's quiet. So it's like, oh, they're lying or something. And you might notice that you don't have an instantaneous emotional reaction to it. You might just notice there's information that kind of popped in your head and you don't know where it came from. But it's your intuition is subtle and quiet. And so trusting that is really important. And I feel like I have somebody's mom here who knows all about this, because she has a daughter who's watching. So I think I am moving into the realm of dead people, because as I'm talking about this, either her or someone in the audience has a problem like this going on right now. And you kind of are looking for like some answers. But I feel like I've got a mom here, and I feel like she's a very like practical woman, gives really good advice. She could be a mom, or she could be like a grandma or an aunt that raised you, but this lady is definitely connected to raising someone in the audience. And she had really good intuition about things. She also didn't always trust it, but she's here because I think she has a daughter in the audience. I know there's a few guys, but this focused on a chick, I'm pretty sure. Unless someone out there that's a dude, this resonates with him. But it would be like, it's either like her daughter or her son that wears his heart on his sleeve or was really close to her. But I know there's generally not a lot of dudes in the audience. But I feel like when this lady is coming through, it's like she now has like full awareness of everything that happened in her life and relationships she had that definitely did not go according to plan. And so as she's telling me this, she's also telling me she was really ill before she passed away. She was kind of scared to go. But even with all of that, she still doesn't like, she's always giving like practical advice. So right now she has a daughter or someone like a daughter to her who's going through this kind of questioning of, is this real? Am I just making this up? That kind of thing. So it's like she has a very strong, she's very intense when she's coming through. She's like, I'm supposed to be here. So apparently this is somebody's mom. And I think she was ill before she died. And she says she had like some sickness or like some health issues, but she never expected to be in the spirit world yet because she doesn't really look that old. Like she's maybe in her 60s. To me, that's definitely not old since I'm in my 50s. So, but I feel like when she's coming through, she says her daughter is watching. Her daughter is stressed about something. She's been visiting her daughter. She understands what her daughter goes through, and that she had several health issues that all kind of culminated in her passing very quickly, a little surprisingly, because it was like she was supposed to just be in the hospital to like get over something, and then everything just falls apart very quickly. So let me see here. I have a few of you who said it could also be your mom. So let me say more about this lady, okay? Because there's a bunch of you with moms out there. But I just want to say more about her. And I just want to also say, be careful of the information that you put online, because there's always like all these little scammers and shit trying to get people to get readings with them. And I will never do that to you. I'll do it on here, but I'm not going to privately message you and say, oh, you should get a reading. This lady tells me that I feel like she died of something that is like a family disease connected with liver failure, very specifically liver failure. I don't know that she was I mean, she might have had a drink here and there, but I don't know that she had cirrhosis or something. But I definitely feel like there's like liver or possibly kidney disease in her family. And she had regular health issues. She wasn't expecting this to happen. And she gets in the hospital and she kind of like goes to sleep and doesn't really come back. And they're like trying to move her or something to try to get her to get like more blood flow. But ultimately she just wasn't going to make it. So I don't think she was taken off life support, but that might've been discussed if she had gone on any longer. She is definitely a grandma, and she's talking about her grandkids. And that would have been like one of the highlights of her life, is that she had grandkids and she loved being a grandma. And she has kind of like an older lady name, which might start with a C, like Constance or something like that. And if any of you guys have been to me for a reading, you know I suck at names of living and dead people. So that was, so I know it's not ALS. I see someone who says they have kidney disease. So and lots of moms like figures in the spirit world. Okay, guys, you gotta come back in here and redo it, because there's so many comments that I can't keep up with it. So she's very specifically connected to liver or kidneys, but it doesn't. I know this message may resonate with somebody here, but I'm not sure about the name, but the rest, ooh. Wait a second. JJQ. Oh, wait. JJ. No, Geraldine or Lost, whatever. uh, pancreas and no, my aunt had liver disease. Her name starts with a C. Oh, fractured to whole. So her name starts with a C. She was your aunt, but I actually feel like Claudia. Yep. From fractured to whole, have I ever read you before? And are you also going through something right now where you're trying to like trust your intuition? And did your mom also have those issues? So I see you guys on here. And I'm not saying I'm done doing readings because I'm going to be doing readings for a little while here. But I just want to go back to this from fractured to whole. So you are having something like this going on. And so this is what I'm going to do. Okay. We're going to pull you into the studio. So Toby, can you send, her a link and you can be online. You don't have to be on camera if you don't want to. That's absolutely fine. I understand it's kind of always a surprise when it happens. But if you want to be on camera, you are welcome to be. Or if you want to be on just audio, that works fine too. Toby will be sending you a link, I think on YouTube, because I'm Kmore73 on YouTube. So if you click on that link, I'll let you in the studio. But if anyone else clicks on it, I'm not gonna, so it's just for her because I can only do one at a time. And I'm trying to get to as many possible as I possibly can tonight. That way I can get through as many readings as possible because I really like doing this. It's just makes it hard at the end of the day when I'm doing it, but I don't want to do it on a day off because when I'm off, I like to be really off and not paying attention to any of this stuff. So as soon as she gets on here, we will kind of like move into that reading. And just a reminder while I'm waiting for her to show up about the 3 classes I have coming up, or not all classes, but there's a class on next Wednesday night for keeping younger people's intuition open, keeping their hearts open, stuff like that. Sorry, I do not understand what just happened. But but Fractured to Whole is here. So sorry, you guys. I disappeared for a minute. I don't know what the hell is wrong with my internet. It went out in the other office as well. Okay. Let me bring her. Hello. What's your first name?
Tamara. Hi.
Tamara, have I read you before?
You have.
Oh, nice to re-meet you.
Nice to re-meet you as well.
You have a mom in the spirit world with the C name who her liver?
Yeah, so I have a mom, I have a grandma, I have an
where
aunt.
Did she go?
Oh, hello?
This is rude as hell.
Here, let's try this.
Yes.
I can hear you. Here, maybe if I turn off my camera, it'll be a little better. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. So, you have a mom with a C name who had like a liver disease before she passed?
Yeah, so actually, I have an aunt that does, but my mom and aunt were really close.
Okay, so your aunt was like a big part of your life, and is she your mom's sister?
Yes, yep.
Okay, and I don't know if I've ever talked to her before, but and your mom's still alive?
No, my mom's in the spirit world as well.
Oh, your mom's in the spirit world. So have I talked to your aunt then? No.
Not my aunt. She's
not
more
your aunt,
recently
just your mom.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
And so they're sisters then. So because I was like, I don't think I've talked to your aunt before. So your aunt is here. Your mom, I probably talked to her. But it looks like, so the aunt has some kind of like liver or kidney disease. It just seems like everything goes very quickly and then it turns upside down and then she's gone. She does have like her own kids or family, and she looks at you as one of her own as well, because she is really excited to be here. But I also feel like your aunt, who must have like held on as like a mother figure for you after your mom died, she is like, and she would tell you stories about your mom that you didn't know, even though I think you thought you knew all the stories. There was even more that your aunt brought to the table, because I think there were things that your mom like didn't necessarily, certain stories she didn't necessarily want you to know, but your aunt doesn't seem to give a shit.
That's exactly it.
I just feel like your aunt was like, she was like, well, she's not here, so. But they were very connected, and I feel like you two must have spent a lot of time talking about your mom, because your mom seems to be like a really important part of your journey, because of course she's your mom. But your aunt, I feel like I like her. She's fun. She has a good sense of humor. And she was the type of aunt that if something was going on and your mom was like, oh, this is happening, that's happening, or whatever, that your aunt would always kind of like come and like connect with you like woman to woman or friend to friend, versus like your mom being your mom. Your aunt was almost like a friend to you. And so there's something going on right now where both of them, because I was talking about like, like how sometimes people, like we don't trust our intuition because I don't know, we have unhealed things that have happened to us that we haven't dealt with. So maybe like we repeat the pattern until we heal or figure it out. And so my sense is something like that is going on for you. So I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it is connected to a relationship with a person in your life. And it doesn't have to be romantic. It just has to be a relationship where there has to be a bond of trust. And maybe sometimes the trust is there and other times it's not. And sometimes you feel like something's happening, but you're not really sure what it is. And you're just trying to like, I don't know, maybe like believe the best in people or see the best in people, because you know that you have parts of you that still need healing. And I think you're pretty open about that with like your friends and family and stuff.
Absolutely.
But there's just like this place where it's like you're torn between your intuition and your like your human beliefs and stuff versus this underlying like something isn't quite right, but you can't really nail it down or pin it down. But I just think intuitively, because both your mom and your aunt and your grandma, who's also over there,
Yep.
And I think you have an uncle over there
Yep.
and a grandfather as
Yep.
well. This is like the whole family's here. The whole gang. It's all like your mom's side. A lot of them feel like your mom's side. And I know I've talked to your mom before, but I don't know that I've talked to your aunt and I also think I know your grandma, but I'm not sure I know your uncle.
Yep.
And there's like, so it's like some of them feel familiar and some of them feel brand new to the party. But I feel like because healing is so important to you, so important to like, almost like it like feels like a mission. It feels like you're on a mission of healing. And so you also have realized that you can't help other people until you help yourself. So you're going through like your own stuff. And so you're trying to discern what is just a feeling based on unhealed things or what is a feeling because it's your intuition. And I just feel like your intuition is like quiet in the back of your head saying something's off. Like someone talks to you and says something and you're like, my kids, when they were younger, they'd tell me stories and I'd be like, oh, they're lying. But I wasn't like emotional about it, but I was emotional about it when it came to like relationships and stuff like that, because the human part of me is like, oh my God, I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to be cheated on again. But I feel like you are very aware of those two sides of you. But right now you're working on discerning between the two. And I think that's part of your work in this world, is to help people heal, because that's kind of, you're like, I don't know if you're like a life coach or a psychic or what, but you're definitely like helping people through their healing journey by your own experiences. So you're like a wounded healer. So by learning how to listen to what's you versus what's just fear, it's something that you're working on right now, because you know that there might be some changes that you need to make. But once you make them, you turn those lemons into lemonade and like help other people with the same thing. So you go through it and then you're like, oh, I've been there before. Let me tell you this. And so I feel like you're working on some of that now. And you know that I'm sure you've probably had that feeling of like ringing in your ears. But it's like the feeling right before it, where it's like, before the ringing starts, it's like weird. You can almost feel in your head that things are shifting into that. So I feel like right before, like right before the tinnitus or whatever the hell that sound is, there's like a hollow clearing. And I feel like that is how it feels when you are the most in tune with the people that you deal with. So it like comes to you through like me, like where you like you hear things. And it just sounds like you. So is there like a partnership that you're questioning right now? You don't have to go into a lot of detail because I don't want you to have to do that in front of a bunch of people. But
there is, and I don't mind. But yes, absolutely.
Okay.
There's someone who I was so aligned with and connected with, and everything was perfect. And one day he just stopped. Like it was so drastic. It was like we went from one place to another, and like just a drop of a dime.
Yeah, and you though, like now are still like, what the hell? Because the engagement was there, the bond was there, the connection was there. But I think deep down, he was a little bit full of shit and a little scared of something because everything moved really fast. But actually, I feel like that person that you are talking about, you may hear from again. I don't know that you want to, but you may hear from them again or connect with them again, but it's just never going to be the same because you don't tolerate that shit. So unless there's a major, brilliant epiphany that he has to share with you, I don't feel like you're going to allow that person space in your life. It's just kind of how you are, but there's part of you that wants that connection again, like wants to be around that person, wants to like, because it felt so good. And you're like, oh my God, like everything's clicking, like our souls are old friends. But then it just goes to hell in a handbasket really fast. So I feel like you'll hear from this person, but I also have to say all those ladies and your uncle and your grandpa who are just kind of getting pushed off to the side. they might be somehow involved in helping bring in a different partnership that really meets your needs instead of kind of like overwhelming you with, because your heart is very freaking kind, and you always want to devote like the best part of you to every connection and every relationship that you have. So if you ever do have to walk away, you could say, I did everything I could and it still turned out this way. So I just want to say this person does have some kind of a connection to you, and it doesn't feel like it's completely gone. But it does feel like both your mom and your aunt and your grandma, who are all very opinionated people, all of them are like basically putting in the paperwork for an upgrade from that.
Okay.
So they may inspire someone to come into your life who kind of is a better partnership with you. But I definitely have to say that you're on the right track as far as kind of like trying to move forward. I know it doesn't make any sense, but the thing is, even if this person was able to communicate everything with you, it still wouldn't make any sense to you, because that's not how you think. You don't think in circles, you think in forward motion. And this person has like a circular kind of logic that I just think long term that wouldn't work for you, because that person is not trying to like heal themselves. They're not trying. They're just doing other things that they think are going to work, but I don't think it's going to work. So I want to tell you that the connection was very real and very authentic, but I think it scared the shit out of the other person. And fear is fine. Like, people get scared of things, but what you do when you get scared of things, when you have someone that's that compatible and that connected, is you say, hey, I'm scared. This is what I'm worried about. You don't shut down, disappear, and cut you off from all communication after you guys have shared so much about one another. So I know this person will come back, or you'll hear from them again. I don't know that you'll ever get closure the way you would like or something, but just know that in some other dimension or parallel universe or whatever, you're still connected to them. And it's like, that's why you can't drop that feeling, because it's like somewhere else the answer was, hey, I'm really scared, and you guys work things out, but it's not in this reality, or not in this dimension, or whatever you want to call it. So I just want to say, you can upgrade. And all of those ladies acted like they're putting in paperwork to get you upgraded.
Perfect.
Which isn't really how it happens. They would just inspire that. So I just want to let you know that. And thank you for coming on live. And I feel like your mom and your grandma and your aunt are all like hanging out, having an awesome time, but they're like, they talk to you. So I think you can hear them. You get signs from them all the time. And you know that they always have your back.
That's perfect. Yes, that hits everything. Thank you so much, Kim.
Good. You are so welcome. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Thank you.
All right, guy. Huh? Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna leave it on my phone because I don't trust the interwebs. I trust my phone more than the interwebs. Anyway, you guys, hi. Good to see all of you signing on. I know a few more of you guys have signed on. So I did the internet on my hotspot on my phone because it was flashing in and out. So Toby's got it working in my office. So even if I get kicked off, she will be able to tell you guys that I'm coming back on. So let's move on to another reading, and maybe I'll start it off like the way I just did, because that seemed to work really well. I know that a lot of you guys in the audience, I've read you before, but much like who I was just talking to, it's like you, it starts off one way. I can tell sometimes if I've talked to certain people and not other ones. So just bear with me as I kind of figure that out, but I'm going to do another reading. The goal here is I wanted to do 2 more. So we'll see how that works and how quickly this can go. So I also want to say, okay. So this may apply to many of you, but I feel like there's a like a story almost someone has told themselves about like a story of, oh, well, I wasn't enough, or I didn't do enough. I wasn't enough. It's not a true story, but I feel like sometimes your mind can play tricks on you. And your mind is merely just like a receiver, I think, of consciousness coming in. And all of our unhealed places become a filter that all of our connections to consciousness have to kind of go through. So if the filter is dirty or there's spots that aren't healed, you have to really work on that. And then that helps you make better connections with loved ones and stuff. But my thing here is that there's someone who has a father in the spirit world who left the family or disconnected from this family. And well, it could be like a husband or it could be a father or both. I don't know. It's obviously not both. Not both. But I don't know if there's like father or a husband or possibly both. But it looks like I've got a guy here who tells me that he kind of like maybe left his family and started another family. Or maybe he had two families or something like that. And he might have somebody watching that is like his daughter. And so there's like a story of, well, I wasn't enough. Or maybe that was a story your mom had of like, we weren't enough for him. He had to go do this or had to go do that. But I feel like he dies and you're kind of disconnected from him. But the most you know about him are these stories that your mom said, and your mom might still be alive, but it's the dad where the problem is, because there's all these like stories of like that your family wasn't enough. That's why he had to have another family or something. But I don't think that's a true story. I actually feel like the story is that he drank a lot, made impulsive decisions, and thought he wanted his life to be better. But he's dead. He's definitely dead. And he was probably older than your mom as well. But it's like he left your family and started a whole other family. And now he's gone. And you may not have all the information or stuff that you want to know about him, or even his side of the family, just because the way he left. But you do have memories of him. You do. You definitely do. And I just don't know that he was always in contact with you. And then later on, like he does have health issues. He's with his other family. And then maybe at the last minute, somebody reaches out or tells you what's going on, but you never even got to say goodbye to your dad or talk to your dad. And that seems really shitty. So I just want to point that out. But I know the dad here, I see Tracy Mills, someone had another family. Oh my God, he drank a lot and had other children and another wife. That sounds pretty. All right. So we've got Perez Prissy and we've got Tracy Mills. And so the thing is, he had a whole other family. And I think he kind of dies from complications connected to alcoholism. So some of the things that I see connected to that are liver disease, are pancreatic cancer, are renal failure, and sometimes they just kind of drop dead. And he must have like tried to stop, but then didn't. So he might have had a few times where he was on the wagon, off the wagon, on the wagon, off the wagon. But when he dies, you hadn't talked to him for a while and you're reached out to by someone in his new family. But they never told you he was sick or that any of this other stuff was going on. But alcohol is a contributing factor, a big contributing factor to this. So, out of state, he died from blood clot due to alcohol and drug usage. My dad drank a lot and died from it. All right. I think I might be with doesn't that suck how many people have to experience all that stuff from alcoholism? I see it so much and it sucks so bad. So what I'm going to do is I have to say, this probably applies to more than one of you, just because what it looks like is that he may be like a spokesperson for a group, but he's kind of a dumbass. And it seems like he never really quite got it together. But for some reason, his new family ignored the fact that he was an alcoholic, and they just kind of enabled that. But the person who's listening, the mom, would not have enabled that and been like, good riddance. And I think she moved on as well. And I think she's still alive. I definitely think she's still alive. The mom is still alive. But the person I'm talking about is the dad. So let's see here. I definitely don't think I'm dealing with a great grandparent. I feel like I'm back. Your dad moved to a different state. Let me see, you guys. Lori, I think I remember you, Lori, and I think I've done more than one reading for you. I don't think it belongs to you. But I keep looking at Layla or Leela or Layla. So I don't know if it's Leela or Layla. I'm sorry if I'm messing up your name. But is your mom still living, your biological mother, Leela or Layla? Because I keep feeling like the mom's still alive and the dad. JJQ, just a moment. I just want to see if Layla responds to this. Because if I don't, oh, your mom's gone. Okay, your mom's in the spirit world. So it's probably not you. And then what about you, JJQ 7780? Is your mom still alive? This is the key part of this. The mom is still alive. And okay, then it's probably you, JJQ. And you also had somebody earlier, or I was talking to the last reading I did. And yeah, so I think it might be JJQ. So we'll send you a link. And then you can hop on. You can just do audio if you want. It's not a big deal. And so if you hop on there, the minute I see you, I will add you to the room. And you can just basically, if you just want to do audio, that's absolutely fine as well. And so just if you click the link, then we can get down to business. Because it seems like you got a lot of shit going on in your life. And maybe you're like needing some kind of support. But there is like something here about you telling yourself like something like you're not enough or not good enough or something like that, which is absolutely untrue. But it just seems like it's a story that keeps playing in your head. So I just want to, once you hit the invitation link, if you want to be on camera, that's fine. If you want to just hit it and be audio, that is also fine. Totally up to you. But I want to make sure that I get to this. And then maybe I might do one more reading. I'm just not sure yet. It just depends how much this one takes. So I am connecting right now with JJQ. There we go. I think her name's Jess. So.
Hello.
Have I read you before?
You have, actually. My mother and I, after my dad passed away.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So your dad already knows how to talk to me. And so you're alive.
I have a biological father in the afterlife, and I also have a father that raised me.
We're going to talk about your biological father.
Okay.
He's the problem. Is he the one that was the drinker?
To be honest with you, I'm not exactly certain. He left when I was really young, and he did have another family. I have a couple of other siblings, and he died about a year or two ago that I found out. So I don't really know what he died from.
Okay. Do you know if he was a drinker?
My mom said yes, he did drink, but he was more of a smoker, like pot.
Oh, yeah. He's not, though. I don't know that I've talked to him very much. So he might have come up if you came and got a reading from me, but I don't know that I would have talked to him. But there's all this stuff. The whole reason that I'm doing this, or I chose you out of this, is because also you have grandparents in the spirit world. I feel like you have then you have your regular dad over there, or your dad that raised you. I think he was sick before he died, and I think I've talked to him, but the other guy, not as much. However, there's something going on in your life where you have a story in your head of something where you feel like you weren't enough, or like you didn't, it's like somebody's view of you was that you weren't enough, but you are. And I think you hopefully know that already. But if not, I'm telling you, you are. But it's just like some stuff that you're going through in your life right now, you would want to know that you had the supportive spirit, that you had people behind you, like even if they're dead, it doesn't matter. You would have wanted to have that kind of support, because I feel like you have spirits here that are just trying to lift you. So they're like lifting you out of something. I don't think like everything's horrible right now, but I definitely feel like you're coming out of something. And I just feel like these wings lifting you. And I also feel like your dad that raised you, not your biological father, the dad that raised you, is kind of like giving a wink to your mom. So he must be very attached to her. Yeah.
Yes, he is. They were soulmates for life.
Yeah, he's very attached to her.
And we lost. It was very unexpected, so it was very hard.
Say that one more time, because you totally it was making weird noises. The computer. Say that one more time.
We lost him unexpectedly. He died from COVID 5 years ago, and it was very unexpected.
It was very unexpected, but he also says like he had some other underlying thing as well. And he tells me that your mom always took really good care of him, and he loved her, and he's all mushy and like winking at her. So please let her know that he still has, because she just has tried to move forward. But you know what? Honestly, I think she dodged a bullet on that, because your biological dad is kind of a butthead. So he just, like just dips out, leaves. So there's this story of like, oh, he didn't think we were good enough, or he didn't do this, but really it was his problem. So I feel like there's and you have kids, right?
I do not. I have fur dogs. I don't have real children.
Does he have grandkids? Your the father, not the biological father, the other guy.
Oh yes.
Because he's a grandparent, and
yes,
I think
he
your
is.
mom's a grandma. So I just thought they were your kids, but they're not. But your mom's a grandma, he's a grandpa, and
You said that last time when we got a reading too.
What are there grandkids of his that she's connected to?
Oh yes.
I just feel like he keeps saying they're my grandkids. I don't know about your biological dad, but your dad is like my grandkids, and he acts like your mom is also their grandma. So it doesn't matter if it's biological or not, it's family, and that's all that matters. And because your dad, even though he's not alive, is like giving like little winks to your mom, I think he thought of her as like his true love. So make sure she knows that. He just is like.
I will. Okay, can I ask a question?
Yes, and he doing
weird stuff in the house?
He said yes, but
I do.
It's like things are. You talk to him and you ask him, but it's so funny. You said, "Can I ask a question?" And he was like, already agreeing with you, already saying like, I don't know, maybe all time is happening all at once. but it's like weird shit.
Oh
Like,
no, I'm losing you.
like, you know, like sometimes it's a flickering light, or sometimes something falls and you don't know how it fell. You're like, that doesn't even make any sense. It was in the middle of the counter. How did it fall on the ground?
Yes.
But it's like, I don't know
Yep.
that they try to scare us. I just feel like that when they're around, it kind of creates like a energetic frequency that causes weird shit to happen. That seems to be the thing. But I feel like he's talking about this with your mom, about being around your mom. He also talks about some kind of celebration that's happening right now, or I don't know if it's like a birthday, anniversary, something in August. So I don't know how that's connected to him yet, but it's important. And he's also saying that it's like you're trying to change some stuff in your life, like making these moves, like chess moves or something that you've been thinking about, and you're finally ready to like advance further or move forward with something, but it's a personal challenge or a personal goal. Does that make sense?
Yes, I'm actually in the process of trying to receive a kidney transplant.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yes.
So that would be connected to the kidney stuff. That would make sense. So if you're waiting on a list for a kidney transplant, he must be part of that, or knowing something about that. Your dad, not your biological dad, your dad. Although I think your biological dad is probably connected, because they always recognize the things that they leave behind that cause challenges. And so my thoughts is that you would have, like, because you got all your grandparents over there, I think, and you definitely got some dogs over there. And it's like everybody's saying,
yes,
like,
I do.
You're just waiting patiently. And you must have been waiting for a while. But, you know, like, there's some inspiration about helping with that. But I don't know about transplants, or, you know, like, I know there's probably a list or something. But I also feel like you've also tested with people, or tried to test with people, and just not everything's going according to plan. But I do feel like one of your big concerns is that you're not going to keep on going, and that maybe there's not enough time, or there's not enough. But I kind of feel like you have all this spirit around you trying to influence and inspire things to happen for you so that you can continue, because you're definitely not ready to dip out. And I think that the kidney stuff right now, you're doing something temporarily, but long term, you would like to stop that. And I do feel like you'll probably get there. It's just, unfortunately, it's kind of a pain in the ass, because I just keep seeing you like moving up and down, and that doesn't make any sense. But it's like moving up and down, or lines getting switched around. So I don't know what that's about, because I don't know that much about kidney transplants, but I definitely feel like there seems to be some energy directed your way to help you heal, to help you move forward. And I feel like either you recently just achieved or received some information that's positive, because it looks like something came to you and it's like cause for celebration, or to lift your spirits up, like fluff your pillows, so to speak, about your health and your life and stuff like that. And it would have been recent this month that you would have found out some more information about that, which would be like really kind of like positive or good news kind of thing. So what do you think?
So I had a friend that tried to become a donor for me. And then the only other thing that I could think of on a happy note is we just found out that we're going to be on The Price is Right. And I'm really excited about that. We're going on like a little vacation. So
That's
I'm happy about
crazy.
that.
Awesome. Good. Good about that. That might be the celebration, but whatever the kidney thing is, it seems like you have a lot of spirit in your corner, because you have your dad who raised you, his family that's above him, and possibly his brother over there. You also have your biological dad, Also, he's connected with some of this somehow. So it may be like a hereditary or something that just kind of comes down the family tree. He would also be connected to this. And so it's like you're waiting though. And I don't know, your friend, it didn't work, right?
No, it did not.
Okay. But it's not, you're not done. You're just not done
Okay.
yet. So
Okay, that's good to know because I've been feeling like I'm done. So
yeah, just don't be discouraged. Like
Okay.
it's like a last minute home run or something is what it feels like. But I actually feel like your biological dad says, I owe you that. So
I was wondering.
He would at the very least, and somehow he's connected to this as well, at the very least inspire something to kind of go in your favor, because that's what they are. They're in the frequency of like a good idea or inspiration. I'm sure if you come to me for a reading, I'm almost 100% sure I've told you that, or your mom that, but it's just like you've got all these spirits like trying to help. So what I want to say to you is don't give up. Good luck on The Price is Right, because that's badass.
Thank you. Thank you.
Win, like a bunch of money and a vacation or something, but some good shit. But as far as that list goes, I just want to say don't give up yet, because I don't know that you really need to. Like, I understand that like it's gotten under your skin because it's like I'm not enough, or I'm not a priority enough, or whatever the story is, it's not true. You're
Thank you.
fine. And your biological dad says, I owe you, because for many reasons, he was kind of fucked up. So he is not just, I don't know if it's alcoholism or if it's weed, like smoke, like whatever. It doesn't matter though, because you didn't even get to know, you didn't even get someone giving you a call like when it happened. It's like you found out after the fact, like you were nothing, or you were never even related to him, even though obviously part of your health stuff seems to be connected to your father. So does that all resonate?
Yeah, absolutely. Just one question. Does my biological father, is he really watching over me? Did he ever think about me?
Who, your dad? Your biological dad?
My biological dad. Yeah.
So the thing about him is that he was really good at compartmentalizing, and he put that as like a chapter that he just sealed off. Like he didn't want to deal with it. He didn't want to go that direction. But right now he's very aware of the impact on you, because he's in the spirit world and they always see their ripple effect out to the living. So I just want to say he knows now he fucked up. But in life, he just acted like nothing ever happened and he compartmentalized it. So now all of it, all of that, he knows. So I just want to say that his way of saying sorry is like trying to inspire some good shit to happen for you, including The Price is Right, but also kidney treatment. So I just want to say that you were enough. Your dad says it had nothing to do with you, obviously. And he just wanted to just start over, but he had problems the whole time. So I think that I'm actually really happy that the guy who raised you got to be with you, because that guy, your biological dad, kind of sucked. So I just want to say, like, sometimes blessings come in very strange ways. But your stepdad looked at you as his own. So he's your dad.
I loved him. He was definitely my dad. He was a wonderful man.
Yep. The other guy is just your father biologically. Yes. So I just want to let you know that, but just know that he's very aware of his long-term impact on you. And he also is very much like, he does love you, but it's like so there's no shame or whatever, because he doesn't have a body. So he's not having like human experiences, but he's coming through me as the filter. So I'm giving you his humanity. And that is that he knows the damage that he caused physically, because something about your DNA, your kidney stuff, is connected to possibly his family or genetics. But then there's another thing here about like he's happy that the other guy, because they've met up, they know each other now, and the guy who raised you is kind of like very protective of you. So even if your biological father was here and say he was not here for good intentions, I kind of feel like your dad would have like just pushed him away. So it's like he's sitting there watching him talk and watching what he's saying and making sure that he says the right things, because that dude is incredibly protective of you and your mom and your animals. And he's got all your animals with him in the spirit world. Not your biological dad, your other dad. So I just want to let you know, because you have many over there. And he loves to see you smile. So I just want to pass that along and just say thanks for coming on camera and doing this. Let your mom know that she's got some guy winking at her from the spirit world. And that they're both doing good, but you're going to do awesome. So just know that whatever you believed about your biological dad, just know he was a hot mess. And it's probably maybe better that you had the other guy as a dad, because that guy was like enabled, which made him awful, even worse. So now he knows otherwise, but he does have maybe some other kids or other family, the biological dad. And so it's like people that you weren't really connected to that maybe have showed up, or you just have different kinds of connections. I don't know that you hang out with them, but you've like gotten to know other
No,
pieces.
I've never met them.
Okay, you just know about that because he just says you've gotten to know other pieces of the family. And so I just want to say thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
And just know, you got a lot of spirit on your side. So I just want to let you know that don't give up.
Thank you so much.
So it was very good to read you and them, apparently.
Thank you.
But hopefully there was
I
new
appreciate
information. You have a wonderful rest of your day and say hi to your mom.
I will. Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. All right, you guys. I don't think I'm going to do another reading because that went a little longer than I thought it was going to. But I will tell you that I'll probably be back on here doing readings, probably not next Thursday, but some other day, maybe next week when I have time, because I like to do them like after I've been doing readings all day. So it's kind of like I stay in my flow. So it's kind of nice when I'm in my flow to be able to do this. But just so you guys know, just again, the tarot meetup is Saturday evening between like 5 and 6:30. The essentials class is next Wednesday on like supporting young kids in keeping their intuitive abilities open, staying connected, all that kind of good stuff. And then the Procrastination Party, which is a soul social craft night, which is my other business, at 5 o'clock on the 29th, which I think is a Thursday or Friday. I can't remember. But if you guys want to participate in that, it's all on my website and there's more stuff to come. But I really appreciate that all of you guys get on here and watch me. Just know I do readings in my office all the time. You can sign up for them online. I'm never going to reach out to schedule with you unless, you're like, oh, I can't schedule, and you text my assistant or something. But I don't ever reach out and tell people they need a reading. Oh, my God, you got to come see me. So if you get any messages like that, just know they're not from me. And keep your information kind of to a minimum, because people try to use that and it just messes with people. And I'm very protective of you guys. So it was good to see all of you sign on, and as much as I could read your comments and stuff. But I do have some stuff coming up. So if you're interested in any of those events till the end of August, you're welcome to attend. But it was good to see all of your beautiful faces, or names, not faces. But it just, thank you guys so much for tuning in all the time. And you're welcome to join in to any of my things that I'm doing in my office. And there's more stuff coming next month. So thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Good night.